Welcome back, everyone. Here is something a little special today I decided to work on, which I thought would be helpful. It's a template, a copy of my Obsidian setup. And hopefully, it's going to be a nice, easy thing that you can just download, open up, clone, and play around with. So let's go ahead and have a quick look at that. So let's share this here. I've created a sample template, and as you can see, uh, it's got chapters in here. Move this over. It's got chapters in here that you can have a look at. It's got the notes area that I've set up that I work with, and then it's got the different canvas boards that I also use. So let's have a quick look at it. You can choose to use it as you will. The nice thing is, once you download it and you unzip the file, um, all of this should show up kind of exactly as it is. You're going to have to pre-allow the plugins that are in there. I don't think it's actually even using a template. It's just using the basic. Um, where's the themes thingy bob? Yeah, I'm just using the default theme, but I disabled a bunch of things that you might want to re-enable. So if you're familiar with this as a tool, you can just re-enable things. But um, out the gate, it should come with the plugin for icons. It should have, the canvas, the Kanban board also activated. So I pre-populated it with the Book of Beowulf, and I had ChatGPT just help me create some of the demo content to go in here. So for example, we have the world building. This is usually the one I might have open. I might be dropping stuff in here as I'm thinking about my novel before organizing it too much, or whatever one does in world building. Then I created, here is a Kanban board for scenes, and you can, of course, you can drag and drop these around, which is quite helpful. These were supposed to come out because I forgot to press enter to commit them. That's what it is. I also have chosen to set a font, and you're, of course, welcome to change it. If you don't have these downloaded and you want to get this look, then you'll need to download these from Google. But I set a font called Inter from the Google Fonts repository. So I just like how neat and clean it is. And then I grabbed a font called Hedvig Letters Serif, and that's for typing and writing in, and it just looks really pleasant. I know that when I first demoed this, I had a dark mode going. I've since switched to play with light mode. So here is something I mocked up briefly for locations. Um, I don't always work this way. I might even, for example, not have the arrows and then just create individual notes for each one and drop the image inside it. For this one here, I figured, let's do that. Let's send that to back. Stay in the back. Every time you click it, it comes to the front. So there you go. There's like some basic locations. I added creatures, and this is using that format that I've gone on to follow so far, where I take a card, convert it, into a note, and then drop all the content right in this, so that I can just scroll right here and see everything, but at the same time see all of my other characters. Same thing, or sorry, creatures, but same thing with characters. As you can see, I've got my Beowulf card here. This is linking to the actual. I can right click and open in a new tab. Here is my actual Beowulf, full-on card with all of the other details that I might put in here, and I'm pulling it up and showing it inside this canvas. Notes, as I said in the other video, it's just the catch-all. It's where all the stuff gets organized that you're seeing in these canvases. So here's where everything gets stored, and then random is just, I don't know, just for random stuff. Like every time an image gets dragged or into the project, it's going to get added down the bottom over here. So I'll take that and drop it right in the random area, kind of as a just catch-all sort of thing. That could be renamed to images. It could be have a subfolder called images. Depends on how you want to go. And then we've got chapters. Chapter 1, some very, very loose content in here. Chapter 2, Chapter 3, and it gives you a little bit of a feeling of what it's like to write in this. So I've also got the chat GPTs in here. It's all as a sort of default download, so you should be able to just use that. You might have to go into the plugin settings and add your own key. Okay, last thing to share with you is I have added some of my own CSS code. Um, and one thing that I noticed is that a plugin I was using does not work. What was it? It was a File Explorer Plus Plus or something. That version of the plugin, whatever, didn't work. If I wanted to drag and drop to reorder my list of items and things here on the side, every time I would reboot, the icons would disappear. So I've nixed that, and I don't use that anymore. And now the icons stay. But what I have also done, and I'm going to show you very briefly here, I have also added a extra folder in here, and it's called snippets and snippet.css. And I'll just show you. You can have a look at this. If you have any sense of how CSS works, you can get in here and mess around with things. If you decide you don't like any or at all of the changes that are in here, you can just simply come in here and just delete this CSS, and then you'll go back to an even more default um, style from Obsidian. But the changes that I added in here was I wanted a title to be a certain size and a weight. This has line heights and stuff. I wanted in the menus, I wanted these to be bolder and to be a little more easy to read, easy to see. I wanted the title inside a card to be a particular font when I'm editing it. And then here, this width 50 view width controls the width of the text right here. So if you take this and let's say you decide, you know what, I want 45 or 40 view width, and then Control S or press save, it'll update immediately. Or if you decide, heck, let's go 65, let's live a little, and this will then be wider. In my case, I don't like line length to be that long, so I just make it 50. And then depending on my screen size, like if I move to write on a bigger screen, I might want it to be a little bit larger or a little bit smaller. I don't know. The rest of this stuff is like forcing specific colors, forcing specific color on icons and stuff like that. So again, if you know CSS, you can mess around with that, or you can just delete the whole thing and go back to a standard Obsidian thing. So I think that's largely it. There's the notes, there's the chapters. It's got the cool little icons, and you can sort of pair this with the other walkthrough that I put together. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoy it. If you do end up downloading this, what I'm going to do is right after this, I'm going to drop a link in the description of the video so that you can download my template straight from Google Drive. And I hope that you enjoy and have fun with it. So I'm going to continue doing a little bit of writing, but I'm just going to end the live stream. And today was just a short one. Here's a little gift. I hope that you all enjoy it and have fun, especially if you enjoy Obsidian. What I'd love to know is what tools you are used to using for your writing. Go ahead and comment. Tell me what you're used to using. I was thinking of making like a video walkthrough of all the tools that I've used in the past and why they haven't worked for me or why they are kind of, the benefits of each one. If that would interest you, let me know. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Keep writing, and I will catch you tomorrow. Cheers.